Hey everybody, Schematic Club. Welcome to live reaction to the Ishtar reveal. I got a face cam today for this one. You know what you guys are here for, so without further ado, we're going to get right into it. Starting right here on the VOD with the card art reveal. Even though this was on Wednesday, I have not seen this yet, so I don't know anything except the reveal trailer. So here we go.
Oh yes, so please. And this card art is absolutely gorgeous. One of the things that you'll notice is that
very
there's
nice
a lot of
card art.
symbolism in her design, whether it's the horned crown throughout, all of Babylonian mythos. Gods tend to have this kind of crown.
I
Which
am
have
a fan because we
horns
got a
in
little
them,
bit of
and the
armor.
more horns that
We got a
they
little
have,
bit of
it tends to be symbolic of
everything
how
else.
powerful they are. So we've got the horns going on. We've got the
But
bow.
it's all
Obviously,
about
she's shown
power,
to be this arms to the teeth goddess with different
Hopefully
kinds
having
of
the face
weapons.
cam
You see
down
that
here
she
in
has
the
a bow.
corner
She has some swords on her back.
is not
And of course, the lion
going to be
as well.
too in the way
She's got some
of anything.
relations to, of course, storms. And so storms are said to have the roar of lions, is like the noise that they make. So, of course, there's connections to lions, connections to storms. And you'll see a little bit more of that in her kit as well. And then another small detail in this card that I do want to point out is
let's skip ahead here.
move in and out of fight, in and out of combat as much as possible. And so this... And there's scorpions all over the ground.
Okay. Rewind a second there.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go.
Oh, wow, there it
There's the in-game
Here
model.
we are in game. Another really cool
Pretty
important
nice.
thing to point out here is that she is kind of decked out.
Actually,
in
art accurate
various
model for
materials. So
change.
she's got the cloth going on. She's got the leather. She's got
Those
various
are
metals and
pretty
jewelry.
rare.
She's very blinged
Of course,
out.
less
She
rare
loves
than they
to be
used
the
to be.
center
They
of
do a
attention,
better
but she's
job
also very
these
technical.
days.
She's agile. Her whole idea is to
About
basically
making the
move
card art
in and out of fight, in and out of combat,
and the
as much as
in-game model
possible. And
look
so this
as
kind of
close as
getup is
possible.
what gets it done.
Yeah, literally, like you said, armed to the teeth, but also dressed to impress. So
Absolutely.
Literally the best of both worlds there, and I can't stop staring at the arrow, by the way.
Of course,
Yeah,
everyone
it's
wants
so
to be
cool.
like,
Tantalizing.
she's just like neat. Of course, there's more reasons for that people want to say that. We'll
so long since I felt the sweet
talk about that
bliss
later.
of battle. My blood is pumping just thinking about it.
I mean, literally the attitude to match. Like ready to.
I am
to
wondering
get into
how
the
you come up with an
battleground
accent
with
for a
and
dead
what better
language.
thing to do after hearing that than go into the battleground and
Because we don't know what
let's check
Sumerian
this out in game.
sounded like.
Yes. Oh, there she is. She is, she's got the power pose going on.
Yeah.
She's just waiting for some enemy to show up so she can beat them up.
sweet.
She's twirling the arrow around.
What an awesome idle animation.
Her idols are really, really
Good
cool.
idols.
But one
And
thing
now we're
actually to
here
point
in
out
the
here is that you
behind
can see
look.
just in her stance and how she's walking. She has a very unique strafe animation where she's not actually turning back and forth. She's always ready. She's got her bow in her hand, ready to shoot.
She's running
and
sideways,
so she's just hanging on to it at all
looking
times
forward.
and not turning. So we did some really cool special treatments to her strafes, and we'll be getting into that a little bit more when we get into her kit.
Awesome.
Special
Well,
treatment.
Before we get into the
I
kit.
was gonna say bow hunter as well. When's the last
Yes,
time we've had a bow hunter?
it's been so
a
long.
while.
Maybe Hachiman was the last
I
one?
think so.
Wow.
5 years.
That's
I
been a
think,
long
so.
time.
But let's
5 years.
yeah, right. That hurts to say. Out
Show
loud.
me an
Let's,
ability.
Let's just get a showcase of the kit. Let's
do
see
it.
it all.
Please.
At once. Lay it on us. Let's see the kit.
Oh, there's that one. There's the lightning. There's a lot happening. Ooh. That 3 is really cool.
Right.
Now everyone says she's like
As
Neath because
always.
but
So many things to get into there.
I mean, there's a little
Yeah.
bit more
You
to
see
it.
all of that,
I
you're
don't know.
like, that looked
It's
That-
pretty
that's
cool. Just
insane.
because
I
she
don't know any of that
backflips doesn't
was.
mean it's
That's what we're
Neath,
here
bro.
for. That's what
We
we're
do.
ready to break it
We
down.
do.
Yeah. So let's just start off with the basic attack. So I mean, super cool.
These
basic
combos
attack.
are
You got the bow
kinda
shot.
wild,
Haven't seen
though.
arrows in a long time, and even still, these arrows are incredible. They're like these lightning arrows, I guess.
They're kind of lightning. They're also kind of holy energy because remember, she's the queen of heaven. So
That's
what
true.
she's doing is she's kind of harnessing this heavenly, again, kind of lightningy energy because she's got that throwback to the storms, the
she's the
lions, and
goddess
things
of
like
love
that.
and
So
war,
it's kind of a combination
she's
of
the queen
lightning
of heaven.
and
That's
holy
weird.
energy that she's shooting.
Like holy energy lightning arrow. Okay, that's cool. So let's get into the passive then. I see the little marker there for it, which looks fantastic. The passive is called Mark of Vengeance. What's that about?
Yes, so again, Ishtar is kind of a vengeful goddess. When people
seems
piss
that
her
way.
off, she's going to fight back. So how this works is that anytime that you get beneath 75%
Bro, I read about this
health,
passive
the
already. Come
passive
on.
will trigger. And so what that means is it's going to mark the enemy that most recently hit you. And it's going to show a big old star above their head. It's actually the star of Ishtar, this 8-pointed star that you see here.
But the mark
That's
is pretty
the
cool.
marker. And so what happens is every single time that you auto-attack them, you get attack speed up to a stat cap. And then when you kill them, during that point, you also get movement speed. But again, it has to be while the passive's active, and you'll see there that the
Be
gem
while it's
actually in your
active.
passive meter fills back up as it's
It's
returning
cool.
back to
It
cooldown.
does sound like
so it only
Set's
happens when that
passive,
center
though,
gem
because he
is
gains
full.
attack speed, but he
And
gets
again,
it
you'll
just
see
for
it's
hitting a
activated now
target.
because she's under 75%.
Don't have to have the mark.
And then if she kills him, which we're throwing at everything there, now we've got the movement speed.
Okay, that's super cool, and I
Yeah.
love the visual cooldown reminder right there. 'cause
Movement
I saw
speed,
not
that's a
only
lot of
when it was
movement speed,
red,
though,
it
'cause
showed
then I
you
go
the
up to
base of who it was that
490.
you were getting vengeance on, and how long you
Or
had
is it
for
460?
vengeance, but then showing you when the cooldown.
Two,
That's
am I
just incredible.
blind?
I absolutely love that. So
Yes, and again, just to emphasize, it is kill or assist on the marked target.
Look,
Will give you the movement
494,
speed,
bro,
but you
what?
have to hit with basic attacks to get the attack
Why
speed.
you get 33 movement,
well, that is,
or
that,
why
that
do you
is
get
super
63
cool. And again, just
movement?
what a great visual effect for that.
For
I also
that.
love the like overhead thing.
Yeah, I also saw like her horns glowing and stuff there.
Bro,
Yes, there's actually very special effects treatments going on across your kit, but you'll
didn't
notice that
see
you
the
have the attack
horns
speed when your bow is glowing,
glowing.
in the center, and then also when her horns glow is how you know that you have that passive attack
oh,
speed.
it's a
going on.
visual for the
Super cool.
passive.
All right, well, cool. And yeah, I guess we'll
There
just.
it is.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
there's.
Cool.
Yeah, I see it now. Like all the. Oh man, that's awesome. So many things to dig into. Next up,
Love
we
art
have
things
ability
like
one,
that, that's
called
cool.
Imbue arrows. So there's a little more to this ability than meets the eye, I think.
Yeah.
The split ability, it's like
All
Morgan Le
right,
Fay.
so you'll notice that this is not a regular ability, one might say. It is kind of a soft stance switch. You're not really
love
switching
hearing that phrase.
stances. You instead are switching your auto attack. So as you'll notice, when you press 1, your abilities 1, 2, and 3 are going to swap to different icons. And so there are actually 3 different
keep in mind,
basic
for each
attack
cooldown
types
of
that
the
you'll
ability,
have
you only get
besides just your
one
main
choice.
form of shooting. And I think let's start off with the variation at the first there, strike shot.
Can't do all of them. Pew.
So this is a lob shot
Lightning
that
explosions,
basically
man.
creates this strike in an area of effect, which is great. And so each of these
I really
kind of
like
have
how
their
it leaves the
own
arrow on the
different,
ground for a
use case.
second
Strike
after you
shot
use it. It's
has
kinda
bonus
cool.
damage on it in this area. It can also be shot over walls. But the trade-off
Okay,
for
so
it
the
is
way
that
it works,
you deal
it-
less crit damage when you use this
It
stance.
is bonus
So
damage.
lob, bonus damage, less
added
crit
to
damage,
it.
but
Okay,
also
when I
over
was
wall.
reading the notes, they didn't really explain whether or not
I mean, now I have to know what the next one is.
it was
What's the
bonus
next one?
damage
Imbue
based
arrow?
on your.
Yes, the next one is called spread
Basic
shot,
attack
and
damage
so
or
spread shot
not,
is in a cone.
but it apparently
And
is.
so basically, this will shoot out 5 projectiles.
this one
the center
actually
one
is
will
reduced
still
damage, I
be doing
think.
100% of your basic attack damage, and the other ones will be doing less. But yeah, the whole idea is
Or
that the
it
closer
actually-
that you are to
it-
someone, the
the
more
center
arrows
one
that
just
you're
does the
shooting
same
at
amount of
once, and,
damage your auto
the
would
more damage
normally
you'll
do.
be doing.
That is so cool. I love that too, because you know, tank
Pew,
comes up the gate in your
pew,
face, you
pew.
do a pretty solid high damage.
But you get it for the whole duration.
Yes, and one important
Which
thing
is
to
pretty
note
slick.
about this is that spread shot only procs item effects on the center arrow. So you're not getting 5 chin size, you're not getting 5 Xy's.
That makes
Good
sense.
to know. Good to know.
You're only getting 1
It's
from
like
that center arrow.
Poseidon
Got
Trident.
it. So you still have to, you know, be accurate, but you're doing a bunch on the side too, even if you're
Yes.
not perfectly
Or
accurate.
the
That's
center
really
is
cool.
the one that's the
Exactly.
So I
real,
believe there is
actually an
one
auto
more
attack.
imbued arrow.
Yes, the last one is
Although
called Storm Shot.
Trident's
and so
not
this
the same
one
as
is
that.
a long-range snipe. And how this works and what
Because
the
you can
trade-offs are
proc
with
item
this is that
effects.
the shot will, of
On
course, go
multiple
farther.
parts of
That's
it.
your advantage. You're doing less damage is the other kind of trade-off for this. But your projectile speed is actually increased by 20%. So if these guys move faster,
Yeah,
they
it
go
does less
farther,
damage, but it's like
they
a
deal less
Hachi
damage.
man, not
So you use
arrow.
this Griffin Wing and
Bleh.
They're
It's like
Oh,
a
they go
Hachi
so
man arrow.
fast. They go so
And
fast.
also, no, you can't
That is
cheat
so
towers
cool.
with
I
this
really-
because
So for
when your
one,
one is
that's
active,
one
you don't
ability we
deal
just
damage.
talked about.
Your
Yeah, that
autos
was
don't
one.
Incredible.
don't damage
Yeah.
structures.
I love all of the options it gives you, you know? Like there
no
are some that are going
cheating.
to help you for poking around a fire giant or around a major objective. There are some that are going to help you for clearing lane. There are, I mean,
Although,
if there's a team fight happening over the
There's
wall,
some people having
look for the
complaints
clumps
about
of arrows
the
over there and see what
design,
happens.
god
I
design.
really do love that you have all of this variety here. here.
in that
Yeah, of
And
course.
some of these abilities feel like
Yeah,
they're
and one
recycled.
important thing here
This
that our
one
driver is
definitely
showing off
feels
is
like
that
it's been
none of these
recycled.
hit structures. So basically, you can't hit towers from
what?
outside the range. You also can't destroy things like Terra Pillar or Danjaburo
Which
Bottle or
that's
anything like that.
unfortunate.
And that's just consistent across all of our other stims that change your basic attack in
The
some
rest
way.
of her
That's just
kit
how
seems
they work.
pretty
So all of that functions exactly the same. And yeah, that's
original.
Imbue arrows.
Yeah, that is literally ability 1 imbue arrows. That is so cool. I love the variety, and I'm gonna love being able to play with that. So next up, second ability, Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, so this one, as you'll see, there's a bunch
Dude,
of
it's pretty
circles here.
sweet.
So how this works
They're
is
overlapping,
that
too.
Ishtar calls down 4
So you
strikes
can't
of
get 2
lightning that
hits.
proceed in a line. But the cool thing about this is you can decide which way you want the lightning strikes
pretty
to
good
proceed,
damage.
either going from Ishtar and out, or coming out towards Ishtar. And so each of these circles does damage. But the other
That's
exciting
cool.
part about this ability is that if an enemy god is hit by more than
It's actually
one of
easier to
these, they are
confirm the damage
mesmerized.
on a
So
target
your
that's running
whole
away
goal
if
with
you
this is
just
to
aim
try to
it.
use this kind of as your zoning ability
range.
to keep people kind of in this line, and of course to set up for your other abilities with that mess.
Yeah. That is super cool, and I love the fact that you can have it come from behind as well. If you're getting chased really hard, throw
What
it out
happens
from
if you put it in the
know, gives
middle?
It shows the enemy what you're doing.
Oh,
they have
it's
to react
center
to it, like you
line
said,
on it
good
that tells
zoning.
it.
But if you're trying to start
Okay,
an
so you
engaged
can't.
lane or something,
It doesn't
drop
do
in
anything
from
weird
behind
then.
them. Maybe they won't see it coming because
I didn't see
from
that. There's a
behind them,
line
they'll
in the
hear it.
center
But you
of
get to
it.
drop on them, and you get to start your
Then
engage
if
on
you're
the
in
other
front of
person.
it, it goes
Like in playtest when you're boxing.
comes back toward
another
you,
hunter.
and if you're behind it, it
I like
goes
playing
away.
more on the passive side, so as soon
Yeah.
as I see them kind of like getting ready to approach me, I drop it behind them and it just stops all aggression immediately. It's like,
This is a pretty cool ability though.
Dangerously diffuse the situation.
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. Cool. So next up, we have the third ability called Jolt.
This one's
Yeah, so Jolt
pretty
is Ishtar's
great.
movement ability, and so how this works is she
think.
basically dashes in a line and does damage.
That's
Yeah,
it.
great. That's
Cool.
that's it. Okay, there is one
that
other
a
thing
Heim
that this
dash?
ability does that makes it
All the
incredibly
people
exciting, and you'll notice that
saying
there's a
that.
circle that pops up when he's hovered over Odin. And go ahead and fire that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So there is a conditional backflip on this ability that only goes off if you hit a god. And how this works is you'll see that there's
I'm
that
gonna
extra
hit a
circle
god.
that pops up.
You can't
that
use
circle
that
is
that
actually
way.
doing basic attack
Can't
damage
just
in an
backflip
AoE.
it.
So that can crit, that
See,
can
this is
apply
why
item
it's better
effects,
than Neath,
and it's all in that little
because
AoE.
it's a
so
dash
you know
and
she's
then
got some powerful tools. if she
Black
decides
flip
to
shoot
go aggressive.
arrows.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do auto attack damage. You can see it looks like she's firing the bow off upside down.
Looks like an action hero.
Yeah,
Is
she
this a Marvel
very,
movie?
very
That is
agile.
incredibly impressive.
Is this
Oh my God,
Hawkeye?
Upside down backflip bow.
Hawkeye
All
wishes
right,
he could
shout
do
out
that.
to you, Ishtar.
Yeah, the other important thing to note is that no matter how close that you hit an enemy, you
It
always
is nice
go
you have
back
flexibility
the same
though,
exact
that you
amount of
can
units,
use
so,
this as an escape
do keep
ability
that in mind
if you
when
need
playing against
to.
Ishtar, that she's always going to
with
the
the
same
dash.
spot, no matter where she's hitting.
Got it. So whether it's max range or whether you're right in their face, you're still backflipping that same distance.
Yep.
So if you're not trying to put distance between yourself, maybe save the backflip for to try to execute. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So next up and finally, we have the ult. Blades
The
of
ultimate, please be
Retribution.
cool.
Yeah, so this ability
Don't be boring.
Is really her team fight tool. As you can see, it's a big old cone, and what happens is that she'll fire
It
out
is a narrow
5 swords
cone.
of light. And so on
Is
the
an
way out,
Artemis
these
ult
swords
still
are
a
going
better
to do
team
damage.
fight
Each of them
ultimate?
does their own individual damage, but if you're hit by multiple, they get reduced. So, you know, you're not going to get blown up if you're in point blank range. Each additional hit gets reduced up to
Well, they
a
go out
certain
at the
amount.
max range.
But
That's
on
actually
the
a
way
lot further
out,
the range than
if
I
you're
thought
hit by
they would
these
be.
swords, you are crippled. So that's really her big team fight play, is
pretty
throwing
good
out the
you get the
swords and crippling
cripple.
people. But when she calls them back,
You can return them at any
that's when
time, I'm
things get
assuming,
exciting,
right?
because if you've been
So if
hit
you
by
wanna
the
do a
cripple
quick-
already, and Ishtar calls back the swords and you get hit again,
A
then
quick
you're
out and
stunned.
in.
So then you're really in trouble.
Yeah. Really
So if you want to
almost
quick
done.
stun somebody, you can just do that.
Way back to stun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
That's
correct
a
me if
pretty
I'm
cool
wrong, but it
part
looks
of the
like you can
mechanic,
kind of
though.
choose, like, there's a timer of when they
You
come
can-
back, but you can also choose.
There's a
when
timer,
they
but you can
come back.
decide
Yeah, so
when
do
you
have
want to
the
do
ability
it. So if you want to
refire
quick
it,
stun on
and
people,
kinda
go ahead
call
and
them
get
back
it.
whenever you want, and some really
If you're
cool,
trying to
like,
time it
plays
for
have
your
been,
team,
done with this ability.
follow up,
Playtests
though,
where
you
people have
can
moved
wait
in
a
different
little bit.
positions when their arrows come out, and
Which
call
can be
them
pretty
back at
good.
certain different places and things of that nature. You can also shoot this over walls. So there have definitely been some
Very
sneaky
versatile
Ishtar
ability.
plays over in our
Over the
playtest.
wall stun, bro.
And I really can't wait to see what you guys do with this
Set
ability
up for
too,
your
because
team.
it is so fun to be able to just
Got your
throw out these
mage, they
swords,
set
and,
up their
as you'll
ability
notice,
to hit and
they
you stun
all
them
have this
at the
marker
perfect
at her
time.
feet. showing where the
Wait, and you can use your
swords
3
are
while
gonna
they're
come
coming
from.
back. That's pretty
So,
silly.
there's
Look,
also some on the swords themselves, but yeah, you can see it on your feet.
that's actually
and then
kind
if
of
we
cheese.
have our driver
You can
dash
just
onto
shoot
the
it quick,
swords, you can
stun
see as
somebody,
well
then
that
dash
on the
on 'em.
swords there is that little beam of light showing which direction they're gonna go.
That is incredible.
Can I do it
also
while
worth
I'm
noting, as
dashing?
y'all are seeing
That's the
actively,
big
you can
question.
use abilities in the
Because if
middle
you
of
can
this.
do that,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
fire it.
Start a fight, switch to the shotgun
Fire it
arrow, or
immediately,
it's
dash,
called out
press
the
4
lightning
while you're
and, do a
dashing, and
backflip
hit the
then bring 'em back.
auto
All
on the
in one
3.
swift combo.
I don't know if you
A
can
lot
do
of good. I
that
mean,
that
you
way.
can see,
That's
like starting the team fight potential by
That would be
throwing those
really
out,
cool.
backflipping off
It would
somebody,
also be
even
kind of
distance,
broken.
and pulling them back as you do that.
Well, not
Yeah,
broken.
if you pull them back while
Oh,
you're
dude, you
backflipping,
can do
they
that.
go to the
Well,
last valid location that you were
I don't
at.
know what the timing is
So
on
your
this
last
though.
valid location
Can I do it
is the
like
enemy
before
player
I hit
that's
them with the
stuck
dash?
there. So
Because
that's,
they get
that's a
rooted when you
guaranteed
hit
5
them
hit
with the
if
dash,
I've ever
don't
seen
they?
one.
Yeah, what a great combo. So I mean, just in playthroughs and with y'all having
Okay,
tested this,
bro.
how do you think she's gonna land on the battleground? You think she's gonna come in dealing that high damage? Like, what are y'all excited to
Bro,
see from this? On the
I have to
battle?
look at the camera for
Yeah,
this.
I think she's gonna be a super fun hunter.
Are you
I'm
kidding
really
me with
excited
these
to see how
combos?
people use her various forms of imbue arrows and all those different shots, and I think I really can't wait to see what people manage to cook up with Blades of Retribution too, because
Dude, that's
they,
so. I put it so
that
far
ability
out.
goes hard. That's all I
Yeah.
could say.
I super agree. Well, I am super excited
Hit
to
that,
see Ishtar hit
do the
battleground,
thing,
but,
stun,
that's not
hit
all
your
of Ishtar
2 and
coming. We
stun
also have
again.
the- obviously
Use
all
your
the cool,
1.
different skins
It's
Ooh,
colors
this
that
like-
backing
drop.
animation
So,
too.
oh yeah, you're right.
Look at her. Pulling out the swords and everything. Yeah, as you can see, she
Backing
does use her
animation.
swords
Wow.
in various animations.
Is she gonna
whether
put
that's
her
pulling them out for the ultimate,
swords
in
all
her
the way
backing
down?
animation,
Yeah,
she does it
yeah.
as well. And then
When
even
she
in her
finally
dash, she
finishes
pulls out her
backing?
swords and swipes at people.
I want to see
along
it
the way.
finish.
Oh yeah, you're right. I
Okay.
saw you can even see it in the the ghost there in the middle of it with the 2 swords out. That's so cool.
Yeah, though she's a hunter, she doesn't just use a bow.
True.
Yeah,
like
we
you
talked about initially as well with the whether it's the strafing animation, but just as usual, like massive kudos to the art teams, the animation
Oh,
teams, the
so
effects
nice.
teams. Sound effects also did some new tech going on.
Yes,
here.
you're right.
I was about to say that. Yeah, actually, so we have stereo with the abilities, which is kind of a new thing. There have been a
What?
lot of inhibitors preventing us from being
Ability
able to deploy that
stereo?
earlier, but as always, our teams
What
are iterating
inhibitors,
and trying
guys?
new things
Like,
and learning new
can't
tech.
you just track
and,
the
our
sounds
teams worked
in
really hard together on
2
this
channels?
to make those abilities as immersive as possible with
That's
stereo
not hard.
sound. So they figured out how to make it work. And this is
What-
kind of
what's
first
the
big
problem with
showcase
making
of
it
that,
stereo?
And we're hoping to see a lot more of that in the future now that we've kind of figured out a way to get in at
Okay.
it. But that's something y'all are going to
I guess maybe it's when you're programming the direction
so
sounds on the
Yeah,
map or
definitely.
something.
I can say for
There's
certain
probably
when I've
it's
been
probably a
playing her in our
programming thing with
playtest,
that. It probably has nothing
it
to
just,
do
it
with
sounds so different, but
the
in a
process
great
of actually
way.
making
it
the
really makes you
sound.
feel like you're the one performing these actions because you're hearing it out of both ears, and slightly different depending on that. And even playing against her, it's
But what
really
really
easy to
helped
tell
with that
like,
is
when
that
you're in
maybe
the
if
direct
they
middle of
had
things that
the
are
newer
happening, or
engine.
if they're to either side of you. They've
Yeah.
really
don't
got
know,
that
maybe.
directionality nailed down. So huge shouts to the audio team for that.
Just incredible. And again, going to be so excited to see Ishtar hit the game. But again, that's not all there is of Ishtar. Let's check out the recolors now, starting with Rose Warrior Ishtar.
Oh, the recolors.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
well,
So
we're going to be
good.
done with that. So, hope you guys enjoyed that live reaction to Ishtar. Leave a comment down below what you think of the new god, all that stuff. Check the helpful links down in the description, and I will see you guys next time for some more Smite. Have a good one.